My favorite characteristic of the bride-to-be, Elizabeth, is just, her spirit and who you really are, babe. Like, it entails more than just like your drive and work and your motherly spirit and your faith in God, but just like the base and the core of who you are. That characteristic encompasses so much, but I can't pick just one characteristic because I love so much about you. So just the spirit that you bring and the spirit of who you are, that's what I love about you most. The first time I said I love you was March 31st of 2019. And it was on my way back from a nice long trip with you. I just got pulled over and I got off the phone. I was like, all right, talk to you later. Talk to you when I get there. Love you. And just kind of popped out very organically. It was a really cool moment. So a lot of fun. And it was awesome. We've had a lot of dates. We've done a lot of fun stuff. My favorite thing about our dates right now is our weekly coffee date. I love it. But I think just overall, the most exciting, fun date that we've done was right before I said I loved you when we went skydiving. I mean, you can't beat that. It was just incredible. The rush and everything was so much fun. I don't really have a nickname for Elizabeth. I'll call her by her middle name, Tariedo, every now and then, but really I just call her Babes. It's not Babe, it's Babes with an S. I can't remember how that happened, but I like it, and I call you that probably more than anything else, so that would be a quote-unquote pet name or nickname or whatever you want to call it. So my worst habit is having food or anything at all, a minuscule speck on my face or around my mouth. If there's something there, Elizabeth will see it. So that is my worst habit. I had a really hard time with worst habit. She really doesn't have any. Like, let's be real. I really don't. It took me 10 minutes to think of anything that I could even complain about. The one thing that we have talked about that we need to be proactive about, and this is for both of us, is just not working too late and not having work become something that we don't have like a hard stop for. So that's the only habit, and that goes back to just the drive that she has, which is so admirable. It's not that it's a bad thing, but I think having a good, set, this is when we're done working time is good. So that's a habit that both of us need to work on. We're going to have 3 kids. That's what we want. It's that easy. Talked about it a long time ago. First kiss with the bride-to-be was in her room right before going to bed, before we started dating at the house in Sacramento. It's just a little goodnight kiss, and it was absolutely awesome. Very memorable. I couldn't go to sleep for 2 hours afterwards, so I decided to unload the dishwasher because I was just like so giddy and hyped up. It was awesome. So the present that I like the most that she gives me is every day her time. Just getting to be with her and getting to spend time with her and getting to, have that quality time. That's my love language. That's what I absolutely love more than anything. But if we're talking tangible present, probably one of the coolest things she's gotten me, she got me my Apple Watch, and I think that was really awesome. I have to tell her not to buy me stuff. She likes to buy me clothes, but the Apple Watch was a really cool gift, so I use it a lot. I had a hard time with the most embarrassing moment, but I do remember at my buddy's wedding, the entire table was talking about women and farting in front of each other and their significant other, and I said a comment that I don't think Elizabeth liked a whole lot, so it wasn't that she was embarrassed, but it was just like, hey, don't be putting my stuff out there like that. So That's the only one I could think of. She doesn't really get embarrassed that much, and it wasn't even embarrassing. It was a fun conversation. So that's it. My first impression of Elizabeth was obviously, besides the fact that she's absolutely gorgeous, when I actually got to spend time and speak to her and get to know her, was just how unique she was, how unique you were, babe. I mean, how different. It was so fun talking books with you and talking business stuff with you and just life and Christianity and faith. And that's not something that I ever had with anybody else before you. So that's really what kind of sealed the deal and drew me in. So I had the thought of, I love this woman in the first week that we were dating. It was at Shasta Lake. We went up there with Lydia, and I mean, I just had the thought, oh man, I love this girl. And I was like, what? That happened quick. So I knew very early on that I wanted to kind of be with her. I didn't rush it, as she knows, as probably most of you know. But yeah, I knew very early on that I wanted to marry her. So that would have been, I think, January 18th when I first kind of had that thought.